Today we're installing this giant 83-inch OLED TV. We'll be wall mounting it on that acoustic feature wall behind me, but the wall didn't quite look like that when we began. So this is how we got it to look like that. First, we're going to be extending the power outlet by adding another one up here above the existing outlet. Once we turn off the breaker and make sure there are no live wires, then we can get the party started. The first thing we're going to want to do is use a fishing wire to make sure that there are no horizontal beams to impede our path, that we have a straight shot from here to where we want the outlet to be. And it seems that we have no obstacles. We are good to go. For my purposes, and because the way my room is laid out and what I need from the TVs I mount, then I'll be mounting the outlet box parallel to the center of the wall mount, so it can be as flexible as I want for any TV I'll be mounting in the future. In your case, if you're mounting one of these for a G4, G3, or even a G2, then you may want to put the outlet on the left side of the wall, because the cables on the LG TV are on the left side of it when facing it. And the in-wall cable kit that I have has a template included to help you cut the drywall to the exact specifications that you need, because on the back of the housing it has dog legs which are used to secure it to the drywall. As you screw it in, the legs extend and it clamps onto the drywall to help secure it. So you need the cutout size to be pretty precise. It's always good to clean the mess as you make it and not just tread dust all over your room. Now we can fish the wire from the existing outlet to the hole we just cut. And once it's through the hole, we can use electrical tape to attach the electrical wires that we can pull it down to the existing outlet so we can bridge it. Again, never do this while your breaker is still on. Bad idea. Once we're done, we can reinstall the outlet because that's all we'll need it for. Next up is to install the low voltage cable pass-through. Low voltage meaning HDMI. This is a separate kit that also uses dog legs to secure to the drywall and has 4 holes to help you outline the template of where to cut the drywall. So you mark the 4 holes, connect the lines, and there you have your template of where to cut your drywall. I use a retractable blade to puncture the drywall so I have an easier time with the drywall saw. Kind of lost my blade there. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, and quick tip in case you want to pull any additional cables through in the future. You can use any old wire you have laying around, like maybe speaker wires or twine or what have you. So you can put that in there in the meantime, and when you have a new wire that you want to pull through, then you can just attach it to it and pull it through. And if you have multiple, then make sure to mark the tips of them, because the last thing you want to do is attach your new cable and pull through the wrong wire, because that just screws everybody up. Once we're done with that, we can start stripping the electrical wire so we can install the upper outlet. We secure it to the wall using the dog legs, making sure not to over tighten the screws because we don't want to break it, of course. Then we can install the outlet and we're done with that. Next is the lower cable pass-through, which is located beside the existing outlet. We can turn the breaker on again and test if we have power, and everything looks good. A little wipe and we're done. I didn't want just bare walls in this room. I wanted something a bit more fun. So I saw this company called Feltrite, and they make acoustic felt tiles and they have different designs. And this specific design kind of struck me, so I went with this. The installation can be pretty time consuming unless you have the magic of YouTube, of course.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're gonna mount this huge 83-inch TV with this 1.5 foot mount, it looks like. This side goes to the wall, this side goes to the TV. You can then extend the TV outwards. So first you have to do the measurements to know where you want the base of your TV, to know where you want the top of the TV to land. So let's do those measurements right now. So this is how we'll do this. First, we need to mark where we want the base of the TV. And I prefer to have the base of the TV 13 inches above the TV stand. So what I'm gonna do first is measure that out, and that lands about right there on this tile. So that's where we will mark using painter's tape. Whether you're mounting on an acoustic wall like this or just regular drywall, it's important to have painter's tape so you can mark where you want without leaving permanent marks on the surface. Now we need to measure out where the top of the TV will be, and the TV is 41.4 inches high. So if we measure from the tape to that point, then we get right here. That's where the top of the TV will be. If you have a laser level, it would make this a lot easier, but since I don't, you make do with what you have. So now we have a point of reference for the outside edge of the mounting template. Once you have help, now we can then line up the corners of the 83-inch TV or whatever size you're mounting with the base of the tape that will align where the top of the TV will be. So then we can mark and use some tape to hold the template in place. All I need to know is where the top of the mount should be, so right here. This is how the mounting template will look on the wall, and the template has these perforated lines right here which tell you where the TV will be before it falls into its secure space on the mount itself. So it goes here and then it falls down, and once it falls down, that's when it's secure. So even though you see this perforated line, this is not where the top of the TV will be. It will be right here, but it'll start right here. We align these corners right here with the base of the tape to get an idea of how high it'll be. Because I've already identified where the studs are in my wall, then all I need to know from this mount, this exercise, this template, is where the top of the mount will be. So it'll be right here based on the template, but laterally I can put it wherever I need to in order to have it secured to those two studs. So now that we have all the information, we can take down the template. Here's a close-up of the wall. So this is where the top of the mount will be, and this is the middle of this stud, and this stud right here is two stud combined, so it has the edges marked and not the middle. So the middle's marked here and the edges are marked here. So if I have the mount located like this, we see there where we can get two studs, no problem. Next, all we have to do is mark our holes for drilling and reconfirm that we actually have studs where we think we did. Measure twice, cut once. We'll use the included lag bolt so we can start to drilling. Please don't mount your TV to only drywall. We'll use a small drill bit to drill a pilot hole so we have an easier time putting in the lag bolts and we don't inadvertently split the wood. Before we tighten it all, of course, we confirm that the mount is level, and then we tighten all the bolts. The package also includes a piece of cardboard to keep the mount extended so it doesn't accidentally collapse to the wall while you're installing the TV, because that would be bad. It also includes some stickers to help align the TV so the 4 knobs on the TV can be aligned to the 4 holes on the mount without you having a perfect view of both of them, because you'll be at the side while installing it. Now you can slide your TV over to the wall and get ready to lift it. You want to minimize the distance between the TV and the mount. Also, you'll need to make sure you've been eating your spinach, because you'll need some muscle to lift this TV to the mount. An 83-inch OLED TV is surprisingly heavier, and fun fact, this G4 is heavier than a comparable size LED TV. We were struggling a bit here, but thankfully we didn't drop it. I gotta say, I really like the way the wall turned out, and everybody who's seen it so far really love it too, so that's good to know. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Now, the felt tiles have an NRC or noise reduction coefficient of 0.35, and the NRC basically measures how good any material is at reducing sound. So if you have something that absorbs every sound that goes to it, it will be an NRC of 1, and something that reflects all the sound that hits it would have an NRC of 0. So you can see where this lands. It's on the lower end of the scale. Now, it's similar to basically having a carpet on your wall. Carpets have a pretty similar NRC, but of course, depending on how thick your carpet is and how thick the carpet pad under it is, then that will affect how much of the sound it actually absorbs as well. But that should help you understand just how good it is at reducing sound. If you have, say, a home theater, then these felt tiles by themselves won't be enough. Because there's a broad frequency range that needs to be managed, the NRC measures the effectiveness of reducing sound between the frequency of 250 Hz to 2000 Hz or 2 kHz. That's pretty much the mid-range frequencies, so things like bass or really high treble, you'll need some other materials to help you with that. And of course, since this is my media room, then I will have to be implementing some more acoustic treatments for this space. But back to the actual wall mounting portion. The biggest advice I can give you right now after all of this is to plan how you're going to manage your wires, plan how you're going to power the devices, plan how high you want your TV to be sitting, plan on how you plan to fill out your environment. So how high your TV stand is, what devices you'll have, which dictates how many wires you'll need to be running through your walls to your TV, so you don't have them showing in the middle, because nobody wants to really see that. The wires in the wall makes for a much cleaner look, as you can see behind me. But yeah, if you're in the market for this TV or any of the TVs you see me cover on this channel, then make sure to give our friends at Value Electronics a visit, because they have this TV ready for you and more. So definitely go check them out. But yeah, now that we've mounted everything, it's time to go test this bad boy so we can see how it performs compared to the other 2024 TVs, as well as some from 2023, because we need to know where it sits so we know if it's actually worth buying or if there's something else better on the market. But I'll tell you right now, it does look pretty good, right? Let's see how it measures. Let me know what thoughts or questions you have in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been your friendly neighborhood villain saying be safe and peace.